Yeah, gone for one of the worst shirts in the history of wrestling t-shirts.
No, you look like you're wearing a shirt of yourself.
Damn.
Got my own merch made up. Welcome back to Roy's Retro on the Sharpshooters YouTube channel. I am your host Ross, and with me as ever is Lord Manny Hayes.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
That was my line.
How are you?
That was my line.
And that's Marcus, the grand finale you can hear there. Welcome back, sir.
Hey. Dang.
Ho,
Not the same, but you do it. Ho. You stole my line, Manny. You stole my identity.
When I put yo in the chat a few weeks back for your show on Thursday, it was exactly Crime Time that I was referencing. You got it straight away.
You can't. Whatever else. It's the greatest tribute of all time, and I can't wait for the yo appreciation tournament.
Such a great theme tune.
Yeah.
It is a great theme tune.
It is, isn't it? It's underrated.
It is.
The fact you brought the CTC as well. Jesus Christ.
JBL is still poopy to this day. To this day. Never recovered.
That short-lived group. CT.
Oh, God. Yeah. Worst name as well. Anyway, shall we get into this week's episode of Roy's Retro?
Like
Why the hell is there a cell hanging above the ring? Someone tell JR. He's fuming that no one's informed him as to why that's there.
Why, damn it? Why?
If the king was here, he would tell Jim Ross to shut up because Sable's back.
Sable's back.
Puppies!
She's been fired for a whole 2 weeks, and Vince has realised actually she's a money cow, so let's bring her back in.
Yeah. Apparently, this was the thirstiest crowd. And every time Sable shows up into the arena, it's the thirstiest crowd ever. And this was so different. No different.
She struggles to read a pre-prepared statement on Vince McMahon's behalf. Reading is hard for her, it seems.
I mean, talking is hard for her a lot.
She's not employed for talking, is she, to be fair? So,
no. Action speaks louder than words.
It's a very babyface move from Vince, this. And he's absolutely not the babyface at the minute. Like, an odd move.
Was it supposed to be something seedy going on here? Why? Because Jim Ross seemed to be upset that why is she back? Why?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand what. I can't even remember what actually was the reason he brought her back.
No, I don't.
I don't think they ever give one.
No, he didn't actually give her a reason. He gives her a kiss, and then Stone Cold comes out. He's not in a very happy mood. But yeah, Vince helps Sable out of the ring. And yeah, Vince tries to reason with Austin, doesn't he? He doesn't want violence this time. But then all hell kind of breaks loose again. As we finished last week's Raw, we begin this week's episode of Raw. The Undertaker, Kane, Mankind, it all kicks off. And it's all heading towards our main event of the evening. Undertaker and Austin versus Kane and Mankind in Hell in a Cell.
Well, this is after
they give me away for free.
This is after Vince trying to con Austin into thinking that Undertaker's behind you getting beaten up last week.
Yeah. It's all the Undertaker's fault, Steve.
Who do you think hired the police officers to lure him into a corner?
I don't know. The city? I don't know.
As a receipt falls out of his pocket.
How corrupt are these police officers? What town are we in? How corrupt are they? Oh, it could have been it.
Yeah, Bearer challenges Stone Cold and Taker to a match on behalf of Kane and Mankind. Tag team Hell in a Cell.
Good people in Saudi Arabia that will pay to see this match that they set up tonight.
Yeah.
Today,
yeah, that could be the main event of the next Super Showdown. And yeah, it's not out of the realms of possibility, is it? They're all still alive. Yeah, just about.
Yeah, and then it goes just like this one, no finish.
Foley would be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Foley like, got it.
You wouldn't need the 12 million he gave to Michaels to come out of retirement. $20 and he'd be over there. Free airfare. Our first match of the night is King of the Ring qualifying. It's The Rock taking on Vader. Quite a good match, actually. I like this. The Rock is really starting to become The Rock at this point.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He just brings such good energy to the show. I can look at The Rock and realize, there's no racist, misogynistic jokes like when I see the DX and stuff. Him and Austin are just like, Yeah, a little bit.
When Rock spoke
Not
Chinese.
so blatant though.
It's not blatant.
Oh, him
Rock
speaking
talks
Chinese,
like,
that is so blatant.
why you
Yeah.
don't ruin the Rock, Manny? Don't ruin the Rock.
It'll all come out when he runs for office.
I think that's
the
what
pie
they've
stuff
only
and
made
the
this-
Chinese stuff. It'll all come out when he runs
It's
for
just
office.
gonna be Raw retro. That's all. That's all his own campaign. Check out this episode of Monday Night Raw when the Rock started pretending to be Chinese.
And I beat Farouk's ass with that chair 15 times.
But I would not vote for him because I will blame The Rock for the reason the title is purple now. The Intercontinental title. I hate the Intercontinental title, and I blame him for it.
Could we one day have a world where we've got The Rock versus what's his face, Donald Trump as the two candidates?
Oh, The Rock wins. The Rock wins.
He would, wouldn't he?
He doesn't even have to say a word.
The Rock star power is too big for Donald Trump.
Biggest move star in the world. He's going around with Kevin Hart too as his vice president. It's gonna be amazing.
I believe they said in an episode of Up Up Down Down with Breeze being back that The Rock owns Hollywood. He's like he does what, 25 movies a year. He probably owns all the movie studios. It's a Rock these days.
TV shows. Yeah, it's just all Rock. It's Holly Rock right now.
The problem is, if he does run for office, we have to hear that fucking $7 in his pocket storyline. It's going to be everywhere.
Oh, here we go.
Sick of it.
I'm sure it wasn't $7. He had $6.50 or something. Just round it up.
We cut to our first match. Oh, The Rock wins. Obviously beats Vader because it's The Rock and it's Vader this time. But yeah, we cut back to our first DX segment of the evening, and they're dropping knowledge. As Triple H is going to meet X-Pac later on.
Can we just pair these all together? They weren't good. Because they weren't good. And then it just ended with trying to just go fight like a fucking man.
Yeah. China really is the sense of this group, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, she added comments since it was like, oh, they'll fight. And even then, when they could go to the match, I was shocked that they fought like men. Or what men would fight like in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah. And one such a little bitch like X-Pac. We get another Edge thing. Edge will be here next week, I think he makes his debut. Is it next week?
Yeah, instead of just lurking around in the crowd like he does.
It's been a weird
stealing people's seats. How dare he?
Attacking homeless people in subways.
Asking people if they know him. How dare they?
Yeah. Why would I know you? You're from Canada.
Next match is Jeff Jarrett with Tennessee Lee taking on Darren Drozdov. This is bad.
He's been around for what, a month now?
Yeah.
And I've already had enough of Droz.
Yeah.
He reminds me of what if Ronda Rousey was absolutely terrible in the ring. Absolutely. Like, they're really trying to sell me on Droz and like make him a thing, but nah.
Yeah, this match seemed like it was solely there for Mero and Jarrett to progress their story because they meet next week in the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
There was no reason for this match to happen. Well, they could have done this in a segment. Like a backstage segment, but yeah.
Did we need this as a backstage segment, though?
Well, yeah.
I don't think we needed it at all, to be honest. But
no.
The less I have to hear Tennessee Lee introduce Jeff Jarrett.
Ain't he great?
Ain't he great?
Oh,
boy.
The greatest wrestler. Yeah, we get another DX dropping knowledge, but we'll skip over that because, Christ's sake. We get Val versus Chains, the match we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yes.
I stepped out of the room to make a cup of tea and Liz missed the entire match.
Yeah.
Who won this match? I'm assuming Val Venus won.
It took you 4 minutes to make tea.
You gotta let it settle, man. You gotta let it mash a little bit.
Let him make his tea the way he wants, all right? Just because you grab your goddamn Lipton Manny and throw it in a cup and just say it's done and microwave it, don't mean.
Excuse me. I do not have Lipton tea. We got PG tips in this household.
Oh, that's a Irish Yorkshire tea, mate. Yeah. I'm assuming Val won, did he? I'm guessing he hit a money shot and won the match.
Yeah, Val doesn't lose for a while.
No, he doesn't, does he? He was on a long unbeaten run.
He has a streak.
We get Kevin Kelly segment backstage. He asked The Undertaker if he can trust Austin, which, of course, he can't.
The man says his whole motto is don't trust anybody.
How can you trust a man that doesn't trust anybody?
I don't know why he reminded me of the robot right there. Don't trust Austin. He will kill you. Or a caveman or something.
Yeah.
I think it was a Neanderthal.
36, 37, 38-year-old Ross was a huge fan of The Undertaker. And I thought I was always a huge fan of The Undertaker. But going back and watching this stuff, I fucking hate it. It's rubbish. He's so bad.
Well, he's so middle of the road right now because he isn't dark and demonic, and he's giving up the makeup and the look, and he's more. I think I'm going into the American badass phase, but I'm not there for another like 3 years.
Yeah, and I'm sad because I like the phase of the Undertaker when he had a teardrop.
Prison rape tattoo.
Teardrop Taker was the funniest Taker ever.
I'm looking forward to Ministry Taker, which comes towards the end of this year. I really like the Ministry, and I'm hoping that holds up to how I loved it as a kid. But it probably
You're gonna hate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate it.
It's gonna be Midian viscera all over the place.
The guys he chooses, he steals one of Southern Justice.
Yeah,
Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
He doesn't know how to recruit. The man does not know how to recruit. Like if he ran a NFL franchise or something, that team would be the Browns or the Jets.
But Marcus, if you compare his recruitment process to Edge of the Judgment Day right now,
true.
He is going for quantity, not quality.
Yeah.
And I would go in a war. I would go for quantity. You win the numbers game. You always win the numbers game.
That's fair. We're heading into an era of wrestling where you have to have a faction and it has to be as big as humanly possible.
Yeah.
We get the corporate ministry eventually with like 25 members in there. Very NWO.
We never got that great faction war. We never got like a giant NWO team with all 45 members of them versus the Wolfpack's 45 members and have 90 wrestlers just fight.
I thought Wolfpack was just like 5 people.
It is. That's why they're the Wolfpack. I was just saying, I wanted to see all these large factions, the corporate ministry, which was a merger of 2 factions. I wanted to see them fight another large, unnecessary faction.
Well, we got an end to all that when Triple H defeated the NWO at WrestleMania, didn't he? By defeating Sting, that famous.
Yeah, no, rumors have it that the NWO are still making their way down to the ring.
That's awful. I fucking hated that. Anyway, that was the end of Raw's War. Let's enter the War Zone. Lawler's on commentary, and our first match. It was quick, actually.
You just skipped over Dustin versus Mark.
Did I? Oh, yeah. I did.
Well, what did we really miss? We won't Sable chant. Sable walks onto the ramp.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Jarrett causes a distraction for the win.
Yeah.
That's hot promo about how he's the greatest of all time.
It's the reverse of the match we saw earlier between Jarrett and Droz. It's the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I skipped over it, because I thought it was literally exactly the same thing. Triple H versus X-Pac. Triple H's X-Pac, first match on Raw since 1996. His first match back since his serious neck injury as well.
He tried to go for a roll-up straight away.
I like it. Get it over quick. I'm not sure if Nick's going to hold up.
X-Pac was born in the wrong era. He should have been born in the modern day era with the so-called smaller wrestlers or the quicker wrestlers who do more of the martial arts and the arm drags and stuff. But he was never going to survive in this era of punch, kick.
No. And he's not too kung fu at this point. Over the next few years, he will just degenerate down into a full-on, like, wah! After every move he does.
Martial arts, pal! Bronco Buster! It's also martial arts.
We need to run this podcast until at least we get to X Factor.
Also, X-Pac has the best version of the Degeneration songs because he has like this alternate take. I don't know. I like his more than their.
I don't like the start of it.
It's the worst version for me.
Oh yeah, that's
where.
You're right.
The remix shouty version. Decent match between these two, and the Rock appears up on in the stands, like on a little
the hard cam. It was great.
Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, it's really good. The Rock appears for a distraction. Then Owen Hart takes out X-Pac, dropping on the guardrail, and looked like he actually dropped him on that guardrail dick first, and I wouldn't be getting back in the ring after 10 seconds. Sure. X-Pac tells Triple H to get back in the ring so he can win and advance because it's King of the Ring. It's really important. Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Triple H wins.
One of us got to win, Hunter. Go! I can't. Oh, no. Maybe we both can lose.
Exactly. I mean, double count out affects nothing in this tournament. Just give someone a bye. And we get Avatar comes out with head Avatar. Head Avatar. Yeah, sorry.
Haventar.
Yeah, it was terrible. Really boring segment. We come back and Lawler's in the ring shouting at Al Snow. Basically. Like Marcus said last week, this just runs and runs and runs. We've got no idea where it's going to finish.
Yeah, we got 3 straight episodes of this, I believe. Yeah, and maybe a 4th, who knows? We haven't got that far in it, but it's just awful. The crowd's not even involved.
No.
It seems like, we're just here. We're going for the ride here. This is 3rd hour Raw bad right here. This is like something you just throw in there and be like, oh, okay. That's
full on filler. We've got 10 minutes to fill. Quick, go out there and cut a promo. We've seen Kevin Kelly talk to the Undertaker. Now let's see Michael Cole talk to Austin. If he can trust the Undertaker,
of course he can't.
Yeah,
the Undertaker said he wants his belt.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he called him out. I called you out, man. That's what I did. Because I'm a man, a dead man, walking. Yeah, I called you out like a man.
Austin's much better in like shorts, energetic spurts. He's not great on the mic sometimes. We get the match that we've all waited for this week. It's Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn taking on Owen Hart and Mark Henry of the Nation of Domination. Not a bad match when Ken's in the ring, at least.
Ken's against the Nation again. And I just go, who is going? You know what we do fresh this week? What? Ken Shamrock versus someone in the Nation. Right. We haven't seen that in a week.
People have forgotten about it.
Back then. Yeah. Imagine we had SmackDown. We would have gotten some more on SmackDown.
Of course we would. It would have been every week, twice a week. Jesus. Yeah. I mean, it's a fairly nothing match, this one.
I want Ken Shamrock to do a wrestling podcast called Ken Shamrock versus the Nation. And he talks about all his matches against the Nation of Domination.
The longest running episodic podcast ever.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, and you know what? And that was my wrestling career. That was it. There was no highlight after that. It was just me versus the Nation.
Oh, wait, he became NWA champion.
Yeah, but, it's TNA.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't count.
No.
Jeff Jarrett ran TNA.
So this ends in a DQ, as always.
Yeah, last week it was
DQ. Vader comes out to fight everyone.
Yeah, he did have that.
Beautiful. Just like they drew it up in the back. DQ finish.
Everything that happens on Raw in 98 was everything I hated about AEW in the beginning of AEW, where everything ended in like a run-in and everything.
Yeah,
it was like a million factions and all that. But I give AEW credit. It was better than Attitude Era or 1998 Raw.
Yeah. And WCW. WCW wasn't very, very far off what's going on Raw.
No, they're doing exactly the same thing, basically, aren't they?
They're watching each other at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't think they would do a DQ finish this week.
You call that running? Watch this.
Those clever sons of yeah. I got 80 members of NWO coming to the ring to beat up Lodi.
Then we get a 10. Is it a 10 tag team battle? No, Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
is
they
it
just
10
did
teams?
Something like that. Yeah.
We see the Midnight Express.
Do you know the only highlight of this is? Now I know Kurgan's aligned with the Oddities.
Yes, this is the first appearance of Kurgan with the Oddities. Yeah.
Oh, this is official. This is official the first.
Yeah.
Oh,
we get
because the Jackal came out a couple of weeks ago and introduced everyone in the Oddities, with the exception to Kurgan.
Yeah, Kurgan was not there.
But they have dug up, all these tag teams, and I was shocked that they had this many, and I was confused that they're really going to do this. I thought they were all going to be in a ring, but then they were all coming out one by one, and it was like, they really did a Royal Rumble match with a Hell in a Cell over the ring.
Still sticking with Blackman and Farouk as a tag team. Good to see that.
Yeah, I had no idea
because that's money.
I thought Blackman was in a tag team with Ken Shamrock.
He was about 3 weeks ago.
I don't understand.
Bradshaw and Tucker are still my favourite tag team on Raw. They're great.
It's
we
coming
get too
soon
much.
that he's going to join. He's going to join with Kai and Tai soon, and it's going to be funny.
A massive Texan beaten up by 5 little Japanese fellas.
Yeah,
it's going to happen, isn't it?
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Too much eliminate themselves. I remember that bit from this because the headbangers just duck and they just fly over the top ropes.
Yep.
Seems fitting for them.
It was too much for them to be in this match.
The number one contenders after the end of this are Kane and Mankind.
Kane again.
Can I just point out, Kane and Mankind have some balls to go through this, knowing full well they've got a Hell in a Cell match later tonight.
Yeah.
In less than an hour.
Yeah, and Jim Ross said they you don't miss the opportunity to go for the tag team titles no matter what the case is. That match
all about those belts, isn't
nothing. For gold. Apparently Kane was ambitious at this point where he was like, I could be tag team champion and heavyweight champion. He was like the bloodline by himself. One man bloodline.
The gold rush. He's up there.
Kenny Omega Kane.
We get Paul Bearer in the ring talking. Mankind does some poetry while the cell comes down. And then, there we go. We're going to get the big main event, Undertaker and Austin versus Mankind and Kane. We don't know, do we?
This was
ridiculous. This is a brawl. They made sure they gave nothing away for free. But I do have a theory about all this.
Yeah.
One, I think I could cancel Jim Ross with a line he said, which it may just be me.
Oh, really?
Race baited. So the cage was hanging over the ring, and he was like, "This cage, why in his rant, why has it been hanging over the ring? It's been like this, big black." And then he paused, and I go, "What's he going to say? Cloud." And I go, "Why did he have that long pause?" And I was like, "Oh man, he's thinking about hanging black people in Texas. Damn it, Jim Ross."
Wasn't it?
Huh?
It was this San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is wrong. And my second theory of this, you know how the cage broke at the King of the Ring?
Yeah.
They were fucking with this cage too much. For weeks on out, they're traveling with it. And Kane's on top of it, trying to get through it because Undertaker, who has this plan of coming from under the ring, which could have backfired. He could have been the only one in that cage as Austin getting beat up, and he's like, shit.
I'm locked in.
Well. To be fair, that would have added to the story between Undertaker and Austin.
Yeah. What were you doing? It was a miscalculation. I thought this followed me by himself and I get him. McKay's on top there. He's like pounding, trying to break the gate, and then Austin goes up there, and they're putting all this weight on there. I think too much wear and tear happened on the gate, and that's why Mick Foley went through.
Yeah, Mick Foley's got these guys to blame.
Yeah,
but when they go up there, I like, especially the cage now. There's more give. There's more give to it. The way they had that Hell in a Cell, I was like, thinking Austin could have easily fell through that.
Yeah, this is
a body drop on that.
His body would not have withstood a fall from there, I don't think.
No, not with that sand, the sand of neck he has.
Yeah.
Second times he calls it neck.
There we go. That is our episode of Raw for this week.
Did you guys watch the finish of this?
Oh, we got the Raw extra.
The Raw is extra because we actually get a finish to this match.
Yeah, Mankind gets pinned somehow.
They don't even really show how he just gets pinned and Austin celebrates.
Was this on TV or is this like a network special that they've dug up for 20 odd years later?
I think this is network special because they ran out of time, so they clearly went off air and then they just kept rolling.
Wow, this was competing with Randy Savage versus DDP in a cage on Nitro in their main event segment. So,
maybe that's
why they were cage and raise you a Hell in a Cell.
All right, if you were to have to pick knowing you guys' allegiances to WWF anyway at this time. What's the more appealing main event? And I have to say, Hell in a Cell with Steve Austin.
Hell in a Cell, obviously, but like Randy Savage has always been my guy, so I may have been flipping between both.
Yeah. Match of the night, Manny.
Give it to Hell in a Cell.
I suppose it was a match. There was a finish.
There was a finish, allegedly, if you watch it on the network.
Marcus, your match of the night?
I'm going to have to give it to the very trashy Royal Rumble match we got of tag teams, just because I was so entertained of who? What? Why? That's kind of my reaction to it.
That's fair. I'm going to go for Triple H versus X-Pac. I thought it was a decent match.
Yeah, that did happen. That was actually a real match.
Your MVP, Marcus?
My MVP of the night, it will be the Hell in a Cell itself, as it stood ominous over the arena the entire night.
Pissing JR off for 2 hours.
Yeah, why are you here? Go away. It was like the Raven and Edgar Allan Poe. And like, Cage was like never more than Jim Ross. I don't know why he had such a massive story being there. You're just looming. You're a career shortener. I hate you.
Manny, your MVP?
MVPs will be Kane and Mankind, because the balls to have 2 matches in one night, knowing full well that the second one is the most barbaric match in WWE history at this point. Man, you don't understand. Mick was in that self-destructive phase at this point, and he's dragging Kane with him.
Yeah. He's too easily swayed as Kane. I'm going to go with The Rock. I enjoyed his match against Vader, and I liked his interference in the Triple H match as well. So I'm enjoying The Rock at this point.
The Rock is a positive every time. Like, I don't know. Even on the next episode, it's like him and Triple H. Oh, that's me. Jump into
next week.
Yeah, that's next week. We're talking next week. We're talking about
I've already unraveled the curtain of this show. In a fit of rage, in a fit of rage, when Ross called me out of not doing the best of show in the last batch of recordings, it's done. It's done. And I broke the whole fourth wall of this show.
Smash that fourth wall to pieces. Anyway, that is our show for this week. You can find us on YouTube at The Sharpshooters. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, do all that sort of stuff with videos, get involved with the live chat. But yeah, really important is to subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. What's the kind of when we get to 300? What are you going to make Manny watch, Marcus?
300.
Ready to rumble?
Ooh, Ready to Rumble would be.
No, I don't think Ready to Rumble. Let's watch no hold barred.
Oh, that's better. That might be the Space Jam. Yeah. If No Holds Barred is the Space Jam of wrestling movies, Space Jam 2 will be Ready to Rumble.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
I feel like for 400, we should just get sad and watch the wrestler and be like, this is sad.
Yeah, this is just depressing film. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe on there. Join the Midcard Mess on Facebook and get involved with all the wrestling chat that's up there, and see if you can be the Midcard Mess champion for a month by posting as much stuff as you possibly can. Yeah.
I saw my post count the other week. I was like, wait, I've only got 33. Wow.
Falling off big time.
He fell off. Shout out to Raph for, continuing his reign of terror.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raph posting things you don't even care about.
Some people care, Eddie. Someone has to see them titties.
We will be back next week with the Go Home show for King of the Ring. So join us then. Until then, bye.
Donate to the show.
Money.